Dear student, due to coronavirus, school started online classes for your study. So you can subscribe Golden Flower Palia YouTube channel, like and press the bell icon.
Hello everyone, welcome to online classes. This is the lesson number 2 of class 12th. The name of the chapter is working with functions. Function in Python. Function is a collection of statement which is made to perform a specific task. Means to say, to perform a specific task we can call a function. To execute function we have to call it in the program. Suppose if we created a program to perform a specific task, for that we need to call the function. Instead of writing a large program, we can write small function as a specific part of program to accomplish the task. Function can be categorized in 3 types: built-in function, modules, and user-defined functions. Built-in function. The function are defined as functions whose functionality is predefined in Python. The Python interpreter has several functions that are always present for use. These functions are known as built-in functions. Built-in functions means to say the functions those are predefined in the Python. Here are some examples of built-in functions. Type conversion function. These are the function which converts the value from one type to another. For example, is integer to convert the string into integers. Means to say, with the help of integer function we can convert string into integers. Str, it's used to convert any value into string. Float, it used to convert string into floats. Input function, this function is used to take input from. Means in the previous video we had also discussed the use of input function. With the help of input function we can take input from user. Eval function. This function is used to evaluate the value of a string. The example is also given here for eval. Built-in function. Here are also some parts. Minimum function. This function returns the smallest value among given list of values. For example, what is the use of minimum function? With the help of minimum function we can call the minimum value from the elements. Max function. This function returns the biggest value among given list of values. Means to say we can call the biggest element from the values. ABS function. This function returns the absolute value of any integer which is always positive. Means with the ABS function we can call the positive number or positive values. Let's take the example of these built-in functions. For that we have to start Python. For that, click on start button and then type ID and E. Okay, then to call minimum we'll type there minimum, then we'll type any elements 100 comma 20 comma 3 comma 600, then I'll press enter. The minimum element was in this statement was 3, and with the minimum function the 3 was called. The next one is maximum function. Max, and I'll type the same elements 100 comma 20 comma 3 comma 600, then press enter. The maximum value is called 600, and next one is the ABS. For example, minus 90, it will convert into positive number of 90. Okay. Python modules. A Python module is Python object with arbitrarily named attributes that you can bind a reference. Simply, a module is a file consisting of Python codes. A module can define functions, classes, and variables. A module can also include runnable code. Module is a .py file means with the extension of Python file which contain the definition of functions and variables. Next topic is Python modules. Python provides two ways to import a module. The first method is import statement to import full module, and second one is from to import or selected function from the module. So let's take an example for the same one. Then again I'll type ideally. To import module, as I told, there are the two ways to import a module. Let's talk about the first one. To import the module, first I'll type import then I'm calling maths module, math. Then after calling math module, then I'll use a variable name s equals to 25. Then print function math dot, for square root I'll call sqrt rt. Then the assigned variable bracket close, and then I'll press enter. The square root of 25 is 5. Here is the answer. This is the first way to call the module. Now I'll show you the second method to call the same module. For that we'll call from math import sqrt, then again a equals to 25. Then we'll use print function print sqrt for square root, then variable name, then I'll press enter. The again same answer will come. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. This is help function. The function is used to display the documentation of modules, functions, classes, keywords, etc. If the help function is passed without an argument, then the iterative help utility starts up on the console. Let's take again example for the help module or help function. For example, we'll take the help on math module. For that we have to call math module first, import math, then print function, we'll need help on maths sqrt. Right. So help on built-in function sqrt is module math sqrt xqrt x, return the square root of x. Okay. User defined function. These are the functions which are made by user as per the requirement of the user. Means to say, these are the those functions that a user can define according to the use of the particular user. Function is a kind of collection of statements which are written for the specific task. We can use them in any part of our program by calling them. User-defined function, we use following syntax with def keyword to prepare a user-defined function. A function may take arguments as input within the opening and closing parenthesis just after the function named, followed by a colon. These are the lines written here to define a function. First def, then function name, then list of the parameter, then a docstring, then the statement. User defined function without argument and without return. Let's take a practical for the user defined functions without argument and without return. Let's take the practical for this program. For that, we will use script mode of Python. To go to the script mode, first of all, we'll start Python and then new. This is okay. So first of all, we have to define a function, then with def, then we'll call name, add for addition, then a parameter, then I'll call s equals to and input enter value of, we can use value for s, then again I'll use t equals to end input enter value for t. Right, then u equals to s plus t. This is the functions of Py. U equals to s plus t, then print the sum of s and t is comma u. Then I'll call this function add, then brackets. Now I'll save the program. For that, I'll go to save as. I'll also save the program on the desktop with function dot py. Program is saved. Now I'll run the program. Okay. Now message is enter the value for S. I'm entering the value for S is 30. Enter the value for T. For T I'm entering the value 40. The answer is the sum of 30 and 40 is 70. Let's once more take the practical. Let's once more see this program. Now we'll change the values. Run module. Now value for S is 500. Then value for T is 245. Again the answer will be the sum of 500 and 245 is 745. One more thing I told you in the previous class, that is Python is case sensitive language. For example, here is written small u. If I'll change this u from small u to capital U, then if I'll run the program, then it will show an error. Enter the value for S 30. Enter the value for T, that is 40. Now it's showing the error because there I changed the value. Here the variable u is in small and here I changed. Here is capital. So I think you have got the answer. What is the case sensitive? These are the topics in this video. For the next topics, I'll again make part 2. Till that time, stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Do self-study at home and stay home, save lives.